What would you say if I told you that this photo, and this photo were all captured on mobile? Because somehow they were. What's up everybody? I am back in Hawaii for my first ever tech summit. This is more specifically the Snapdragon Summit 2022. Now, they brought me out here because their new piece of tech, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, might very well be an absolute game changer for mobile photography. I mean, we're talking 8K HDR video capture, quad computational HDR video capture, 16-bit RAW photos, and the ability to take a whopping 200 megapixel photograph. Yeah, so all week I've just been hanging out with great friends like Super Saf and my buddy Ryan, who took those incredible photos in the intro. And I've gotten a little bit of time to get my hands on actual test devices as well as attend the summits, and here's a little taste of what's to come. So first off, Snapdragon, it's not an actual device in itself, it's more, well, I'll show you, hold on, I have one. It's the chipset inside a lot of the smart devices you're actually probably already using. I took it from the summit. This is the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. This little chip is one of the coolest pieces of technology I have seen probably in my life. I don't know how they get all this on this little chip. This is the first Snapdragon mobile platform to utilize a cognitive ISP, meaning they have infused artificial intelligence into almost every camera experience you can imagine. So one of the coolest demos that I saw was something called real-time semantic segmentation filter. It's a mouthful. Just like Photoshop, the device can actually recognize different layers within your image in real time. So like hair, face, eyes, eyebrows, teeth, cloth of your shirt, the sky, water, grass. It can actually pick apart what is what and optimize each part of the image individually. And it does this in real time for both photo and video, meaning as you're shooting, you are literally watching this happen. Oh, plus they partnered with Adobe so that all of the Adobe editing apps actually run natively on the platform. There's also a new horizon leveling stabilization that absolutely blew my mind. This is light years beyond image stabilization. It uses sensor fusion, both accelerometers and gyro, to detect if the device is tilted, and it straightens it all back out with a dedicated hardware. With horizon leveling enabled, the camera literally stays locked on the horizon, and as you can see here, I put it through its paces and it performed really well. Now, we really can't begin to start replacing our main cameras with mobile phones until we have some kind of advanced bokeh system to get a really natural depth of field in our images. A solution kind of like Bokeh Engine 2 that creates a true-to-life bokeh effect. You're even able to adjust the intensity, size, and shape of the bokeh itself. Plus, somehow they've even optimized it to thrive in low-light video situations. I mean, it works for both photo and video, again, in real time. Now, it's no secret that I've always been kind of skeptical of mobile phones replacing our traditional cameras, but here's why I actually might be on the fence now. The ability to capture 8K HDR video is absolutely nuts. That shouldn't be possible, and I can't even do that on a $20,000 camera. Even more, this chipset now supports capture, playback, and editing in Dolby Vision. And with the ProSight video capture, you actually get 5 times the bitrate, so there's so much data within these files, you can finally color correct them and even grade them on your desktop editors with zero problem. But furthermore, the ability to capture 200 megapixel images utilizing a 1-inch image sensor has absolutely blown my mind inside and out. Like, not only do these images have a ridiculous amount of data and the ability to rescale and crop them to an insane degree, but the proof is in the pudding. The images just look incredible. And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. I urge you to go to my buddy Ryan Rasaka's Instagram page and see if you can tell what images were captured on his professional DSLR and what images were captured utilizing this new chipset. Spoiler alert, you probably won't be able to because I couldn't. And when he told me which ones he had taken on this mobile device, my mind, it imploded. It absolutely imploded. As a videographer and a photographer, I've personally always been skeptical of the day that a mobile phone could replace all of my expensive gear and maybe even myself. But now that it's actually here on the horizon, I am filled with excitement and creativity. I mean, the images that can be captured on these devices are just absolutely staggering. Not to mention, a lot of the devices that these chipsets will be going into actually have like Leica glass already and top tier Sony sensors. So as a photographer, 2023 is looking like the year of an extremely light backpack. Also, I really haven't even begun to cover all of the features that were announced for the camera only this week, as there's so many that I'll just put them on the screen. I'll put like a little overview of everything that was announced, hopefully, of camera stuff, but I urge you to do your own research and find out for yourself. There's so much, there is no way I could ever cover it in one video. But let me know which of these features are as exciting to you as 8K HDR is to me. Now, the summit that I've attended this week is actually a lot more than just the photo and video capabilities of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. It actually has the ability to revolutionize computers to mobile phones to AR, VR headsets, audio devices, and even top-tier gaming devices. Literally, the camera portion of this week was like 1/10 of all of the announcements. So if you want to find out more about any of those verticals and other things that were announced this week, go ahead and click their link in the bio and just go check out their keynote for yourself. It was awesome to be there, and it's probably the best way you'll absorb all of the information as well, because there's a lot of it. A lot of it somehow just crammed into this little chip right here. I don't understand how they do it. But you know, that's why I'm a YouTuber and not a CEO of a technology company. Oh, I just realized I can open it. But other than that, I want to thank you guys for sticking with me through this video, and I honestly hope you guys are as amped as I am. It's not every day that like we get a game changer like 200 megapixel photos. That doesn't just happen. So I will be getting back into our photography content pretty heavy this year. I think all of us need to re-fall in love with that process of using our cameras, so I'm very excited. So whether it's a mobile phone, flagship camera, or whatever, to have a device in my hand and just start creating again. But anyway, I hope you guys are having an incredible day. As always, I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.